How many of y'all like to play defense? Oh, I saw no one raise their hand. Let me ask again. How many of y'all like to play defense? That's better. Now we're going to talk about the correct defensive stance, because defense starts with your stance. That's the foundation of being a good or an excellent defensive player. The first part of having a good defensive stance is you must be in a solid athletic position. So why don't you all assume a good athletic position? Bend your knees, good court vision, right? Now the difference between a defensive stance and a regular stance is, with a defensive stance, you must have what we call a lead foot. So establish the lead foot. And then you must have what we call a push-off foot. So you have a lead foot and a push-off foot. Your defensive stance should never be to where you're parallel with your feet, because you cannot react and move as quickly from this position as you could from the position of having a lead foot and a push-off foot. First of all, a very strong athletic position. Number two, proper balance. You need to be on the balls of your feet. The balls of your feet being right here. Not on your toes, not on your heels, but on the balls of your feet. So once y'all get on the balls of your feet. The next thing is you want to make sure that your bottom is down. Very good. Your bottom is down. Your back is fairly straight, not totally straight. Your back is fairly straight. Remember, you have a lead foot. You also have what we call what? A lead hand. So get that lead hand out there, lead hand. Then your second hand is called your deflection hand. So we want to carry that deflection hand out behind you so you can deflect a pass that might be coming. The next thing that's very important in your defensive stance is good vision. So you want to have good court vision. And the last thing that's very important is you must be ready to move and play defense. First of all, good athletic position. Balls are my feet. My bottom's down, my chin is up. I have good court vision. I have a lead hand that's active. I have a deflection hand so I can deflect any pass that might be coming. I don't play with my hands here. I don't play with my hands here. I don't play with my hands behind my back. I play one lead hand, one deflection hand, balls are my feet, and that is a good defensive position. Technically, I want to stand up, then I want to sit down in a chair. I want to stand up, I want to sit down in a chair. This will help you assume a very strong defensive stance. After we have developed our stance, now it's time to move our feet. It's something that most players don't like doing. We're going to talk about the correct way to move your feet, which is a step, slide, or push-pull, however you want to define it. But you have a lead foot, you have a pull foot. So I'm going to demonstrate the correct way to step slide. First of all, I'm in a good defensive position. I have my lead foot. My opposite foot, I'm going to pull, push, sliding, not crossing my feet. That's very, very important. You don't want your slides to be too wide. You don't want your slides to be too narrow. You want to make sure that they're medium distance. So you don't want to slide like this, nor do you want to take big slides because it's too slow. That is too slow of a slide. You want to be somewhere in between. That way you can maintain your quickness and maintain your body position. So the slide is here, there, perfect position, staying down low. That's very, very important to stay down low at all times when you step slide. We've gotten our stance. We talked about step slide, which is footwork. Now we're going to talk about how to maintain distance when you're defending a player. What happens a lot is when a player changes directions, there's a tendency to get too close and foul that player, or there's a tendency to get too far away. So we're going to talk about the drop step or pivot step defensively. In this demonstration, I'm going to show you what happens when you fail to make the correct drop step. See, that's a foul because I did not make a correct drop step. So we're going to show you what happens when I make the correct drop step. Stop. I take my outside leg, I pivot with my outside leg, I drop with my inside leg to the defender. I drop at a 45-degree angle. So I take this leg, pivot outside leg, drop inside leg, 45-degree angle, and I have maintained my space. It's very important, let's try it again, that I don't drop too flat. Here's what happens if I drop too flat on my drop step. If I drop too flat, now I allow her or him an opportunity to go to the bucket, and now I have too much space. That's why it's extremely important to have a 45-degree drop step. That way I maintain space and I maintain my body position. drop, drop, drop. If you're going to be a good defender, you must learn the correct drop step technique. Now we're going to have one of the players come demonstrate how easy it is for you to learn the correct drop step. Now, John's going to show us the correct way to slide and then drop step. Slide, go ahead, slide, pivot outside foot, drop step. Go the other way, slide, very good, pivot, drop step. Slide, very good, try it again, good job. Drop, cone, good.